They said he was too big for international cricket, too heavy, too slow. The whispers followed him everywhere. He'll never make it at the highest level. But when Rahkeem Cornwall stepped onto the pitch at Sabina Park on August 30, 2019, he didn't just make history as the heaviest Test cricketer of all time. He shattered every stereotype about what an elite athlete should look like. Within hours, he had dismissed one of the world's greatest batsmen and taken a catch that defied physics. The cricket world was stunned. How could a man standing 6'6" inches and weighing over 140 kilograms move with such explosive precision? Today we reveal the untold story of cricket's most fascinating figure, a man who turned his supposed disadvantage into his greatest weapon. From humble beginnings in Antigua to million-dollar contracts, from record-breaking performances to private struggles, this is the remarkable journey of the man they call the Mountain. And what he's achieved off the field might be even more impressive than what he's done on it. If you've ever been told you don't fit the mold, this story will change how you see limitations forever. This is Rahkeem Cornwall Beyond the Boundary. Before we dive deeper into Rahkeem Cornwall's extraordinary journey, take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button and notification bell. This channel brings you the authentic stories behind cricket's most compelling figures, stories you won't find anywhere else. And trust me, what you're about to discover about Rahkeem Cornwall will change how you see the game forever. Now let's begin where it all started. On the sun-drenched shores of Antigua and Barbuda. The third largest town on the island of Antigua may seem unremarkable at first glance, but Liberta has given the cricket world something truly special. On February 1, 1993, Rahkeem Rashan Shane Cornwall was born into a family where cricket wasn't just a sport, it was a legacy. His father, Rashan Cornwall, had deep connections to the game, while his uncle, Wilden Cornwall, had forged a respectable career, with 53 first-class matches to his name. For young Rahkeem, the cricket pitch was as familiar as his own backyard. Growing up in Antigua, Cornwall developed a special bond with his family, a connection that would prove crucial in the years ahead. He completed his schooling locally, but education always took second place to his true passion. From an early age, the nickname the Man Mountain of cricket followed him, a playful reference to his imposing physique that would later become a mark of pride rather than ridicule. While many children dream of becoming professional athletes, few face the skepticism that Cornwall encountered. His body type didn't fit the conventional mold of a cricket star, especially in an era when fitness had become increasingly paramount. But what critics missed was the extraordinary natural talent and surprising agility that lay beneath Cornwall's large frame. His hands in particular possessed a deftness that defied expectations, soft enough for delicate off-spin bowling, yet strong enough to pluck catches from the air with remarkable ease. At the age of 18, Cornwall took his first steps into professional cricket, making his debut for the Leeward Islands against Trinidad and Tobago in 2011. These early appearances showed flashes of promise, but gave little indication of the cricket sensation he would later become. It wasn't until 2014 that he made his formal first-class debut against Jamaica, where he contributed a solid batting performance in the second innings, despite taking just a single wicket. For many observers, he remained a curiosity rather than a serious prospect for international cricket. The trajectory of Cornwall's career, and indeed his life, changed dramatically in 2016. Selected to play for the West Indies Cricket Board President's 11 against a formidable Indian side, Cornwall seized the moment in spectacular fashion. Not only did he top score with 41 runs in the first innings, but he also claimed 5 wickets against world-class opposition. Among his victims were 3 of cricket's most revered batsmen, Virat Kohli, Cheteshwar Pujara, and Ajinkya Rahane. In the space of a single match, Cornwall transformed from a peripheral figure, to a player demanding serious attention. The cricket establishment, however, remained hesitant. Questions about Cornwall's fitness and mobility persisted, despite growing evidence of his effectiveness on the field. Later in 2016, he traveled to Sri Lanka with the West Indies team, where he delivered a performance that should have silenced his doubters. Across 3 unofficial test matches, Cornwall claimed an astonishing 23 wickets at an average of just 19 runs per wicket, elite numbers by any standard. Yet the call-up to the senior team continued to elude him. Rather than becoming discouraged, Cornwall channeled any frustration into dominating the regional circuit. The 2017 Regional Super 50 tournament saw him emerge as a genuine all-rounder, accumulating 252 runs at an average of 50 and a strike rate approaching 120, statistics that would be impressive for a specialist batsman, let alone someone batting in the lower order. His bowling remained economical and effective, with 10 wickets at an economy rate of just 3.63 runs per over. These performances earned Cornwall his first taste of the spotlight in the Caribbean Premier League, joining the St. Lucia Stars, later renamed the St. Lucia Zouks. Though his team struggled collectively, Cornwall himself caught the eye with several impact performances. None was more memorable than his blistering half-century against the Barbados Trident, 50 runs off just 26 balls, a display of raw power hitting that had fans on their feet. That same match, however, also highlighted the physical risks of the sport, when a short ball from Kieran Pollard struck Cornwall, forcing him to retire hurt and reigniting debate about player safety. Despite continuing to excel in domestic cricket, Cornwall still faced an uphill battle for international recognition. During the 2018-19 season, he led the Leeward Islands bowling attack in the Regional Super 50, claiming 14 wickets in just 8 matches. Even more impressive was his dominance in the regional 4-day competition, where he finished as the leading wicket-taker with an extraordinary haul of 54 wickets in 9 matches, an average of 6 wickets per game that spoke volumes about his consistency and threat as a bowler. Perhaps most surprising to casual observers was Cornwall's excellence in the field. Against the England Lions in 2018, he took 19 catches, a remarkable feat for any fielder, let alone one of his size. His positioning in the slips became a tactical advantage, with his massive hands and sharp reflexes combining to create what teammates jokingly called the safest pair of hands in the Caribbean. Former West Indies selector Courtney Brown was among those who recognized the special talent Cornwall possessed, though concerns about his fitness remained a barrier to international selection. Recognizing both his potential and his physical challenges, Cricket West Indies took the unusual step of creating personalized support for Cornwall, including tailored diet and training plans designed to help him meet the demands of international cricket. This investment reflected a growing acknowledgement of his value to West Indies cricket, even if it came with implicit pressure to reshape his body to fit conventional expectations. The breakthrough Cornwall and his supporters had long awaited finally arrived in August 2019, when regular Test player Roston Chase was sidelined with injury. The selectors turned to Cornwall for the Test match against India. On August 30th, at Sabina Park in Jamaica, he became not just a Test cricketer, but a record breaker, officially the heaviest player in Test cricket history, at over 140 kilograms, surpassing Australia's Warwick Armstrong, who had held the record for nearly a century. Far from being overwhelmed by the occasion, Cornwall immediately looked at home on the international stage. He removed Pujara, continuing his personal success against the Indian batsman, and took a sharp catch in the slips that demonstrated why his fielding was an asset rather than a liability. That same month brought formal recognition of his domestic dominance when Cricket West Indies named him both Domestic Cricketer of the Year and Championship Player of the Year, accolades that felt like vindication after years of being overlooked. Cornwall's momentum continued to build in late 2019 during the Test series against Afghanistan. In Lucknow, he produced a bowling masterclass, taking 7 wickets for just 75 runs, a haul that included the remarkable figures of 5/74ths in the first innings. This performance made him the first West Indian spinner in nearly 50 years to take 5 wickets in a Test innings, earning him the Man of the Match award and cementing his place in the Test squad. What had once seemed impossible, an international career for cricket's heaviest player, was now a reality, and Cornwall was thriving rather than merely surviving. When the COVID-19 pandemic disrupted cricket schedules worldwide in 2020, Cornwall's momentum might have been stalled. Instead, when cricket resumed, he found himself named in the West Indies squad for the rescheduled Test series against England, a tour that took place in a biosecure bubble and presented unique challenges for all players. He also returned to the CPL with the St. Lucia Zouks, continuing to develop his skills in the T20 format. Despite being primarily known as a long-format specialist, Cornwall's reputation began spreading beyond the Caribbean, leading to his selection for the Minor League Cricket Tournament in the United States in June 2021. This expansion into new markets reflected growing global recognition of his unique talents. The following year, he made headlines with one of the most explosive innings seen in American cricket, a breathtaking 205 runs off just 77 balls in a T20 event. This devastating display of power hitting showcased another dimension of Cornwall's game and hinted at untapped potential even as he approached his 30s. As of the 2022-23 season, Cornwall remained a dominant force in regional cricket, finishing as the highest wicket-taker in the West Indies Championship with 35 wickets. His journey from promising talent to established professional had defied countless predictions and prejudices along the way. Each wicket, each catch, each powerful stroke was another rebuttal to those who had doubted whether a man of his size could compete at cricket's highest level. Success on the field has brought financial rewards for Cornwall. As of 2025, his estimated net worth stands at approximately 21 crore Indian rupees, or about $3 million US, a significant sum for a player from the smaller islands of the West Indies. This wealth stems from multiple sources, with his international cricket earnings forming the foundation. As a key player for the West Indies, particularly in Test cricket, Cornwall commands substantial match fees and contract payments. The franchise cricket circuit has further bolstered his finances. Throughout his career in the Caribbean Premier League, he has represented teams including the Barbados Trident, St. Lucia Zouks, and Antigua Hawkbills. Reports indicate that during his time with the Barbados Trident, Cornwall earned approximately $3,000 per match, a figure that has likely increased as his reputation has grown. His stint with the St. Lucia Zouks reportedly brought him around 11 lakh Indian rupees, reflecting his value to the franchise. Cornwall's consistent performances for the Leeward Islands in domestic tournaments have provided another steady income stream. As one of the leading players in competitions like the Regional Super 50 and the Regional 4-Day competition, he has established himself as a marquee name in Caribbean domestic cricket. His expansion into overseas leagues, particularly in the United States, has opened additional revenue channels. The explosive 205-run innings in American cricket not only showcased his batting prowess, but also enhanced his marketability in cricket's emerging markets. With financial success has come the ability to establish a comfortable lifestyle. Cornwall currently resides in a beautiful property in Antigua with his wife and son, creating a private sanctuary, away from the pressures of international cricket. His home reflects both his success and his personality, comfortable and impressive without being ostentatious. The spacious 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom residence is nestled in peaceful surroundings, offering the perfect retreat for a public figure seeking privacy. From the garden, visitors can enter through an inviting patio or proceed to the main entrance, which opens into a bright, airy open-plan living and dining area designed for both family time and entertaining guests. Though not expansive, the kitchen showcases thoughtful design with practical features that blend functionality with style. Polished granite countertops complement rich wooden cabinetry, while a cozy breakfast bar creates an informal dining space perfect for morning coffee or casual meals. Nearby, a living and TV room can be separated from the dining area via sleek sliding doors, providing flexibility for family gatherings or quiet moments alone. One of the property's most appealing features is hidden behind the front yard, a private courtyard with a swimming pool that offers welcome relief from the Caribbean heat. This secluded oasis provides both a recreational space for family enjoyment and a training resource for Cornwall's fitness regimen, highlighting how he has adapted to the physical demands of international cricket without sacrificing comfort. The ground floor houses 2 of the 5 bedrooms, each with its own modern bathroom finished to a high standard. But perhaps the most distinctive architectural element is the unique staircase that leads to the upper level. Crafted from an eye-catching combination of wood and metal, this stylish structure serves as both functional passage and artistic statement within the home. Upstairs, Cornwall and his family enjoy a multi-purpose area that serves as both private retreat and entertainment zone. A cozy living study space features a television and fireplace, while a built-in bar adds convenience for social gatherings. The covered balcony, equipped with a barbecue area, offers breathtaking views of a nearby dam, a tranquil backdrop that contrasts with the high-energy environments where Cornwall makes his living. While Cornwall's professional achievements have made him a public figure, he maintains a careful balance between openness and privacy when it comes to his family life. He shares his home with his wife, whose full identity he keeps largely away from media attention, and their young son, affectionately known to fans as Cornwall Jr. On social media, Cornwall occasionally offers glimpses into his family life, particularly the father-son relationship that clearly brings him immense joy. These moments reveal a gentler side to the imposing cricketer, reading stories, playing in the garden, or teaching the fundamentals of cricket to a potentially new generation of Cornwall cricket talent. His wife maintains an even lower profile online, rarely appearing in public posts, a boundary that Cornwall strictly enforces, protecting those closest to him from the potential downsides of his growing fame. This commitment to family extends beyond his immediate household. Cornwall remains deeply connected to the relatives who supported his early career, particularly honoring the cricket legacy established by his father and uncle. This strong family foundation has provided stability throughout the ups and downs of professional sport, offering perspective and grounding even as his star has risen. Cornwall's impact extends far beyond cricket and family, however. He has emerged as a significant philanthropic figure in the Caribbean, leveraging his platform to support causes close to his heart. Among the organizations benefiting from his involvement is the Caribbean HIV and AIDS Alliance (CHAA), which works to combat the HIV/AIDS epidemic throughout the region through awareness campaigns, support services, and prevention education targeting vulnerable communities. The Caribbean Policy Research Institute, CAPRI, has also gained Cornwall's support. This think tank addresses pressing regional issues by conducting policy research aimed at improving governance, stimulating economic development, and reducing poverty across the Caribbean islands. Cornwall's backing helps amplify their evidence-based recommendations for sustainable solutions to long-standing challenges. In St. Lucia, where he has played much of his franchise cricket, Cornwall supports the local Red Cross chapter. This organization provides essential emergency services, disaster relief, and humanitarian aid throughout the island and neighboring territories. When hurricanes or other natural disasters strike the region, the St. Lucia Red Cross delivers crucial assistance to affected communities, work that Cornwall has witnessed firsthand during his cricket travels. Health advocacy features prominently in Cornwall's charitable portfolio through his support of the Barbados Cancer Society. This organization leads cancer awareness initiatives, fundraising for research, and emotional support services for patients and families affected by cancer. Given the elevated cancer rates in parts of the Caribbean, this cause addresses a significant public health concern in the region. Cornwall also lends his name and support to the Sandals Foundation, the philanthropic arm of Sandals Resorts International. This foundation focuses on education, community development, and environmental conservation across the Caribbean. Their initiatives include providing educational scholarships, building and renovating schools, supporting environmental protection projects, and improving infrastructure in underserved communities. Through these diverse charitable connections, Cornwall demonstrates that his influence extends far beyond the boundary rope. His commitment to addressing health, education, policy, and emergency response needs reflects a deep-rooted desire to strengthen the region that nurtured his talent and supported his rise to international recognition. Perhaps the most profound aspect of Cornwall's impact lies in how he has challenged perceptions of what an elite athlete can look like. In an era of increasingly standardized athletic builds, Cornwall stands as a powerful reminder that effectiveness trumps appearance, that skill and natural talent can overcome conventional limitations, and that diversity in body types belongs at sport's highest levels. For young cricketers who don't fit the traditional mold, Cornwall represents possibility and permission to pursue dreams despite differences, to convert perceived weaknesses into unique strengths, and to redefine rather than conform to expectations. His success offers a compelling counter-argument to the homogenization of sporting physiques, and the often narrow focus on certain aspects of fitness over others. Cornwall's journey also highlights the importance of personalized approaches to athlete development. The tailored support provided by Cricket West Indies, nutrition plans, specialized training regimens, and individualized fitness goals, represents a more sophisticated and inclusive model than the one-size-fits-all standards that might have kept him from international cricket entirely. This precedent benefits not just players with similar body types but any athlete whose natural attributes don't align with conventional metrics. Beyond sport, Cornwall's story resonates with anyone who has faced judgment based on appearance rather than ability. His emergence as one of cricket's most effective and entertaining players reminds us to question our biases, to look deeper than surface impressions, and to recognize that excellence comes in many forms. In a world often quick to categorize and limit based on outward characteristics, Cornwall's rise offers a refreshing and necessary corrective. As Cornwall continues his cricket journey, his legacy grows both on and off the field. The statistics, the wickets, the catches, the powerful innings, tell one part of the story, but the barriers broken,
perceptions challenged, and lives touched through his philanthropic work may ultimately prove even more significant. From the cricket grounds of Antigua to international stadiums, from community outreach to family life, Rahkeem Cornwall moves through the world as a living testament to the power of self-belief and the importance of looking beyond appearances. For the young boy watching from the stands in Antigua, for the aspiring cricketer told they don't have the right build, for anyone ever dismissed based on how they look rather than what they can do, Rahkeem Cornwall has changed what's possible. His story reminds us that champions come in many forms, and true greatness is measured not by conformity to expectations but by the courage to defy them. From humble beginnings in Liberta to the pinnacle of world cricket, through doubt and determination, setbacks and spectacular success, Rahkeem Cornwall's journey continues to unfold. And while we've taken you beyond the boundary today to witness the man behind the cricketer, the most exciting chapters may still lie ahead. Before we end today's video, I want to ask you something important. What perceived limitation are you allowing to hold you back? What stereotype or expectation are you giving too much power? Rahkeem Cornwall's story shows us that our greatest disadvantages can become our defining strengths when we embrace them fully. Let his journey inspire you to break your own boundaries in sports, in business, in life. If this story moved you, please hit that like button right now and share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the extraordinary stories behind cricket's most fascinating figures. And leave a comment telling us your favorite Rahkeem Cornwall moment or how his story has inspired you. Remember, limitations exist primarily in our minds, and as Cornwall proves every time he steps onto the pitch, true greatness comes from defying expectations, not meeting them. Until next time, this is Cricket Legends, celebrating the stories that make this game so much more than just sport.